Welcome back to Key's FIFA 18 story. My name is Ricky, and today Lincoln City are taking on AFC Wimbledon in League One play. Currently, Lincoln City are third in League One. Unfortunately, AFC Wimbledon kind of second to last, so I don't feel super great about beating them. At the same time, I don't want to lose to them for reasons I will talk about in just a few moments. Take a quick look at the table real fast. I'm going to actually go into more detail on the table in a minute. But you have Barnsley and Preston North End, and they're in 1 and 2, and then Lincoln City is in 3. And again, I'll talk about all of that in a second. I have it all written down on my computer. So before we get into that, I want to talk about the World Cup just a little bit. Unfortunately, Keith's FIFA 18 story is the only place Belgium is going to be winning. The only place Belgium is going to be winning a World Cup in 2018. I'm sure that the Belgian players, take a lot of solace. Holy crap, that was a goal off a header. That's actually really interesting, and I will explain why. I'm also going to adjust my microphone in a minute. Anyway, so that was fast. That's also good news for Keith. And again, I'll get to that in a second. But back to Belgium. Belgium just lost. Literally, as I record this, I waited to record this the day it goes live. Normally, I like to record it a little early. Last week, I recorded it very early, which put me at a disadvantage to being able to talk about Belgium that play. I think they played on Tuesday. Yeah, no, or Monday. I don't remember when they... No, it was Monday. They played Monday of last week. But I decided to wait until the match was over against France. They lost 1-0. France beat them 1-0. Yeah, it was a really tight, really close match, as far as I could tell. Belgium, they were just slightly unlucky, and also, according to the commentator guys, according to the people calling the game, for Fox, they didn't have anybody on the post, and that's how France scored. I don't really know if that's why France scored. I don't know if they had had a red jersey right there, if France wouldn't have scored. Like, that's just, I don't like playing that kind of game. I mean, I do often, but it only ever leads to disappointment, in my opinion. Back of the net. Yeah. Musqui? Yeah, Musqui. Must we ask? Yeah, I don't know. He is, I think hang on. Yeah, okay, so he is a forward. But he is not one of the 3 main forwards, Keith being one of them, Horry and Thomas being the other 2. And so we're going deep in this game, probably due to the fact that AFC Wimbledon is second from... I really don't want to go for... We 4-0'd them last time we played them. I don't really want to go 4-0 this time. So, I don't know. Anyway, so that's enough of, I guess, World Cup talk. I mean, they still have one more game to play. They have the consolation game, the third place game, which, why do they have the third place game? This isn't the Olympics. You know, medal count doesn't matter in the World Cup. No one cares who came in second or third. I mean, I'm sure Japan cares that they came in second in the 2015 Women's World Cup, but you remember the U.S. national women's team beating the living snot out of them. Well, actually, sort of beating the living snot out of them. Japan came back, and that was a much more engaging match than this. I'm just going to say it. The women's game is far more engaging at the national level than the men's game. Probably due to the fact that the U.S. women's team is substantially better. Like that 2015. All right. Fine. Look, he can have another goal. he needs to be buttered up because he might be transferred. Who knows? I mean, again, he's not one of the main three. So. But I really didn't want to go 4-0. So. But I have no way to stop. Because right now we're on pace to get like 8-0. Because AFC Wimbledon was playing some pretty solid defense. Offside? Someone offsides? Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so Belgium will be playing either Croatia or England. I am rooting for England to lose. Because I would find it to be at least a little bit poetic for all the people who were like, Belgium should have lost that match because, you know, it was the harder draw. And I guess it might have been the harder draw, but the fact is that they lost in the semifinals, not in the round of 16. So, I mean, and England, you know, I mean, they didn't cruise through there. They still haven't. They play tomorrow. So, plus I kind of like the idea of Croatia and France. I don't know. Give Croatia a shot at winning a World Cup. I mean, if it can't be Belgium, let it be some team that isn't England or France, is what I'm saying. Okay, so enough of that. Let's talk about Lincoln City a little bit. So, over the course of the month of December, Lincoln City went on a bit of a hot streak. We're in 3rd place now. Keith was, for the month of December, the player of the month for League One, which is really exciting. And he scored his first goal off a header. And then the second one in this game. It's just sheer dumb luck. Keith is 5'10", 5'11". I can't remember how tall I made him. So he's not ever really winning a lot of headers. So when he wins a header, it's kind of exciting. And getting a goal off of a header is just impossible. Like, 5'11", okay, to be clear, 5'11" is not short. I'm 5'11". That's the reason Keith is 5'11". Keith doesn't really look anything like me, aside from the fact that he's 5'11". But it's not really conducive to jumping in the air and putting your head on a ball, you know? So, but yeah, player of the team of the week that last week in December too, which was great because he had just come back from visiting his parents. Right before Christmas, he had a little bit of time off, so he flew back to the States, visit his parents. We're just gonna hang on to the ball. Oops, I lost possession, but my player rating went up when I lost possession. So I mean, if nothing, this game it makes complete sense, is what I'm saying. I just don't get that sometimes. Anyway, so, as I desperately try for us to not get a 4. Clear it! Yay! As I cheer for the opponent. Not let us put in another goal. Anyway, so, let's talk a little bit about where Lincoln City is currently standing. They're at 50 points. Barnsley is at 60 points. They're first place. Preston North End is at 52 points. So there's a chance at the end of this game that Lincoln City may be in second place because they're only 2 points behind. And I don't actually know a lot about the goal differential or stuff like that. So depending on how Preston plays, if they're even playing right now, because if they're not playing today for whatever reason, why they wouldn't be playing today, I don't know. Because sometimes that happens, you know, only a handful of teams play some games. It's a Tuesday, so it's not like it's a Saturday where you know everyone's kind of playing. FA Cup Saturday. So. Well, that's clearly a foul. Don't help him up. So, currently we're in a good position. I don't think that we're going to get to first, but I think we got a chance to be in second, which will get us out of the playoffs, automatic promotion spot. Although something about being in the playoffs seems a little more prestigious, despite the fact that you'd actually be, you know, not in winning the league. as far as who's right below Lincoln City, so Lincoln City is in third place, or at the top of the promotion of the playoffs section. We have Bradford City, Portsmouth, and Luton Town. And so Bradford City is currently sitting on 50 points, tied with Lincoln City. But, crucially, we are winning on goal differential. Also, it has nothing to do with anything else, but we are currently... we have one more games than they have. Okay, I was not aiming that way. The game was like, obviously you can't possibly be thinking to aim towards the corner for your awful shot. So, the game just decided I had to go over. Holy crap, I'm getting subbed off. This has not happened. Hardly at all. Has this happened? Well, I want to watch the rest of the match, obviously. I'm not playing the rest of the match. There's 5 minutes left. So, there's a corner. I don't quite know why the camera angle is where it is. But there you go. So, Portsmouth and Luton Town are both tied at 45. So, really, I mean, they're only 5 points behind Lincoln City. Lincoln City has if they have a bad run of things, or if, you know, or just maybe not a good run of things, like not winning every game 3 or 4-0. Like the game before this, we drew, you know. So, you know, I mean, what I'm saying, it's very tight, except for the fact that Bradford's at 60 points, and they don't seem to be losing. At all. At all. This is a better corner shot. I don't know what it was like. They were like, here, let's put the camera on top of the other goalpost. There's the final whistle. Well, I mean, a 3-0 victory, even if I didn't want to win 3-0, is pretty good. Keith scored at the 5th minute. I don't know. There's really not much else we can ask for. This has been Keith's FIFA 18 story. Thank you for watching. Come back soon for more FIFA 18.